Can you do a backflip? Here's a new Mary Poppins movie. You're gonna be very well taken care of. You're riding down cobblestones, all while singing in a Cockney accent. Hi VT, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I'm here with Mary Poppins Returns.
That's why I live and breathe.
I was blowing the kite and I got caught on a nanny.
Mary.
Poppins, who came back?
First of all, it's an incredible film.
Thank you.
Not only is there this huge excitement, but there's this huge apprehension. Did you feel that going into it?
No, Rob Marshall absorbed all of that for us. You know, I think the smartest thing the Walt Disney Company did was hire the biggest fan of the first movie to direct the second movie. And he loves that first movie so much, and there's so many details about that first movie in this one that it just felt like we were continuing the story.
You were the first character we see, and of course Jack's an entirely new character.
Yeah.
So could you just give our fans a brief background on Jack, who he is, and his relationship to the Banks family and Mary Poppins?
Sure, Jack is a lamplighter, which is a very 1930s job, so it puts us in the setting and the time very quickly. And he was an apprentice to Bert in the first film. I like to think he's somewhere in Step in Time in that first movie, but he's like a really little kid, chimney sweep. And so it was sort of a joy to take that as my cue and run with it, because he knows that Mary is magic, and he knows that if she shows up, like, incredible things are going to happen. He's ready to be wingman.
And what was it like knowing you were going to be the first character to be seen in the film when you read the script?
I think I didn't really know that until later. I mean, I knew I had the first song in the movie, but there was sort of back and forth over whether we'd have the credits first and the first song, or whether I'd be the first thing you saw. And it was, you know, I love that first song so much because it's such a quiet tempo, and I think we race through our lives very quickly. We scroll through our social media feeds, and then, like, it requires Jack slowing us down and being like, here's a new Mary Poppins movie. You're going to be very well taken care of. And I think it resets our pulse rate so that we are ready to receive the adventure.
And you worked with Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was, extraordinary. When he was on set, I didn't ask him anything about Bert. I don't think I could wrap my mind around the fact that I was in a Mary Poppins movie with Dick Van Dyke. So I pretty much talked to him about everything except Mary Poppins. We talked about Broadway and doing Bye Bye Birdie and working with Cheetah Rivera. We talked about the Dick Van Dyke Show. We talked about Mary Tyler Moore. Pretty much everything except Mary Poppins.
Did he give you any advice on?
No, he came pretty late in the process. So Jack was in the can for the most part by the time Dick joined us. But I think if you ask anyone on our crew, the Dick Van Dyke days, DVD, were the most special days on set, because he embodies the themes of the film. He still has all that childlike wonder, and he's 93 years old.
Working as a lamplighter or a Leary, were there any specific skills you had to pick up, especially with that bicycle?
Yeah, that's the joy of it. Is the joy of being an actor is you master all of these skills you never would have to approach in real life. So riding a bicycle with a 20-pound ladder on one side and a stick that lights lamps on the other. If you turn too hard, that stick will hit the ground. You're constantly compensating for the weight. You're riding down cobblestones, all while singing in a Cockney accent. I mean, these are skills that are on my CV for life.
Fans of the old Mary Poppins, they know all the stories from the set, and the cast felt like a family. Is that how it felt on the set of Mary Poppins Returns?
Absolutely, and I think the key to everyone's performances are those three remarkable children who are center stage, and they are kids, and they were going through these real-life adventures, and so it wasn't hard to connect to that energy and adventurousness every day.
I mean, what a huge privilege for them as well. So young, and they get to work with Oscar winners and Meryl Streep and Colin Firth and yourself and Emily Blunt. They must have learned so much. And did you give them any advice for their futures?
I mean, no, because they're wonderful and very self-assured, but also, like, none of that stuff you listed matters to kids. Like, I remember Nathaniel would come up to us and be like, can you do a backflip? Because we had a bunch of lamplighters who could do backflips. And so, like, you know, I'm all right, but, like, I'm not as impressive as the lamplighter who can do a backflip.
And finally, if you could jump into any chalk drawing, any painting, any work of art, like you do in the movie, what would it be and why?
That's a great question. I think I'd jump into a Jackson Pollock and just have my mind blown.